Great job. Mission accomplished.
Okay, good.
I think you've got people thinking.
I'm so hot.
Well, why don't you have a seat? I found these two guys back there.
Well, that's good, because they want some Jenkins now. But like, what's all that nonsense?
I thought we'd have a little chat. Great chat.
I'm hot.
Yeah?
Yeah. So was it, did you have to shout from the back of the room?
No, I didn't have to shout. We have some stories, you know. So he was afraid I would scream, "That's hogwash!" from the back of the room, but I behaved. Yeah, it's hard, I know.
Oh, wow. We're not really tall enough for this. Well, Kohsuke might be, but okay.
So gentlemen, as we close out this event this year, I wanted to ask each of you one question, and that is, what are your key takeaways from this week? Kohsuke, can we start with you?
So my key takeaway is like when I wear a jacket, people really wonder what's going on in Kohsuke's head. No, my real takeaway is people still want to take pictures with me. No, I think that above all, what I felt is like things that we are working on in the Jenkins community, the 5 superpowers that I mentioned. You know, I felt good tractions. I felt like we are validated in terms of we are working on the right project. And for me, that was a very encouraging messages. And then I'm sure it is to the people who are also involved in those efforts as well. So that's my real takeaway.
Great, thanks. Sacha?
Yeah, well, first, I loved the presentation. I thought there was a lot of food for thought. We talk a lot about how we can have an impact, and I thought there is an equally important decision we have to take, whether we want to have an impact or we want to have not some impact, right? And that's true. I thought that was really good.
Thanks.
Yeah. I also loved the energy. Well, there is not much energy right now. We're all thinking about your presentation and so on. But this week was amazing. The energy I could see among people. They wanted to share and collaborate. That's what I love about this event. I don't feel like people are bored or spoiled and they just come up to ours and say, yeah, I know all of that crap, you know, and move on, right? I felt people very engaged, and I've seen competitors actually meet to talk and say, hey, how do you solve that? How do you handle that? There is this inner desire to really move forward, make progress, because it's not just about becoming more competitive. It's actually a better life. It's just more interesting to do things the right way. So to me, that was a big observation for this week.
Thanks, Sacha. James?
Yeah, I think that you know, I'm obviously an outsider, so I've got a slightly different perspective. But as Sacha says, it's a really vibrant community. It's great that it's happening here in Europe. I mean, you know, I'm sort of a bit of a strange one because I live here, but I'm like American, really. Yeah. But I feel like a European, and I'm probably more comfortable with Europeans. So yeah, no, this has been great. It's a really good community. I think for me, the big thing is I've been tracking Jenkins for a long time, right? And the question is, with any technology, does that mean you're only looking backwards? You know, are you looking to glories that we've had and how we just drill, sort of add to that? And I think one of the interesting things as an observer would just be the fact that I could see multiple areas where there are routes to the future and really interesting new opportunities. And that's, you know, that's what you want. So I think as much as anything else, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I have to learn. I have to look into DevOptics. You've got all this stuff. I have to hang out with James, Jenkins X. So yeah, I think the future looks pretty bright.
That's cool.
Great. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks.
Hey, will you guys help me give away some prizes?
Sure.
The answer
I
is yes.
thought
The answer is yes.
Those.
Oh, wait, can I just, one last thing I want to comment on. Representation is so important. So as a community, it's not as mixed as it should be. We can do better, but one of the things I really liked about the keynotes yesterday was that actually the gender representation was really good, because as my friend Leah said, you can't be what you can't see. And so I think it's really important that you have women IT leaders on stage, and you had the product managers, you had Cheryl from HSBC, there's a lot of leaders there, and that was very pleasing. So more of that, and let's work on
And less of this.
Less of this.
Less of this,
We're
right.
failing the Bechtel
Oh my
test.
God.
Tracy, can we, yeah, I think that was really good. I noticed that it looked good and it made me happy. So more of that.
All right.
All right, great.